Hello, everybody. Welcome to the channel. If you haven't joined me before, my name is Sharon Mason, and I am a quantum healing hypnosis and entity release practitioner. And I'm here to talk today about a session that I did with a client a couple of weeks ago. And this client actually channeled through a representative from the Galactic Council Ra group. Now, I've not heard of the Ra group before, so this was new to me. And the first time that I've had a client actually channel through the Galactic Council. So this is very interesting. So I'm going to read the message from the Galactic Council and hope that you enjoy this. And if you would like to book your own quantum healing hypnosis and entity release session with me, then you can visit my website here at www.sharonmason.co.uk, and you can find out all about quantum healing hypnosis and entity release from my website. So I hope to hear from you soon, and in the meantime, I hope you enjoy this. So the message started out, "Hi Sharon, we just wish to say hello." And I said hello. They said, "Thank you for assisting. It's a privilege and an honor. We just want to thank." And I said, "Who am I speaking to now, please?" And they said, "We are speaking on behalf of the Galactic Council, the Ra group." And I said, "Hello there." And they said that my client was very fond of them and they had come to assist. And my client is someone who actually channels the Galactic Council, so he's no stranger to them. So that's why they came through while he was under hypnosis. So my client had some questions for, was originally his higher self, but as the Galactic Council came through, they were very willing to answer his questions for him. So first of all, when I asked the clients questions, they made a few comments, and one of the comments that they made was a cache causes more harm than good to people. It looks too much to the past. It can cause pain and hurt and suffering. The cache is no longer relevant. It is becoming something else entirely. Now, I didn't completely understand what they were getting at there, and I didn't further ask them about that because it was my client's session. But my client also asked, where were the demonic attachments coming from? So a lot of people, most people, have some kind of form of demonic attachment, especially if they've had any kind of trauma in their lives. So a lot of the time when you're talking to these attachments in an entity release session, you will get information from them as to why they've attached and where they've attached. But my client wished to know exactly where these particular demonic attachments had come from. And so I asked and was given some answers by the representative from the Galactic Council. So we asked, where were the demonic attachments from? And they said one was from a particular church that my client had visited. They said it was a priest who was malevolent. They said he worked with the cabal. And then he'd also had other demonic attachments which had come from mirrors, which are portals. And they suggested clearing these mirrors. They also said that they suggested the same for me. So for me to clear my mirrors as well. And I asked them, so what do I do? And they said, cleanse through light. Place your hands on or near the mirror and move the light around. And they said, I can show you if you like. And I said, yes, please. And they said, you basically put your hands up to the mirror and you imagine white light pouring through your hands and into the mirror. And then you just move your hands around the frame, up and down and into the middle. And just imagine that white light pouring in to clear those portals. And they said, just clear that once a week or so for your protection. And they said they come through when the veil is thin at junctures or points like the Lion's Gate, equinoxes, etc., to interfere with the energies coming in. They also confirmed that my client had attachments from visiting stone monuments. So they said Glastonbury, Avebury, and other monument stones, a particular monolith that my client had visited. And they said, you have to cleanse yourself before working with the stones. So my client then wanted to know about how to ground, shield, and cleanse his energy. And they said shielding would be using the Star of David, as he already does. They said going into the earth and then charging the earth's core with golden light, and then up through the chakras to each one, and then the top of the crown, and then to the stars, to Andromeda. You can assist, it says they have healing centers in Andromeda stations, as you call it. They work by clearing the aura. They said grounding would be just through the earth, facing east on grass, soil, water, salt, using cleansing sage or turmeric powder. They said, I know that's strange. There is benefits in turmeric. And then they said, these tinctures, lavender and oils work best. Oils are good for cleansing, for purifying the aura. Place them on the neck, just a few dabs here and there. And then my client wanted to know how he could work with the mantis beings and the Arcturians, and how he could discern good from bad entities or energies. And the representative from the Galactic Council said the Arcturian being that he works with is benevolent. The client has trouble discerning. And it said it's like a Guess Who board, if you remember the board game Guess Who. They said it's like a board game that you play. It's like that for him. But we can assure him that he is connecting with us and not negative energies or entities. If he wants to, we can show him now if he wishes. So the client said yes. And they said, we're just showing him our faces so that he can see us clearly. There's nothing to worry about. They said it's difficult for us to approach you without the dogma. You see, that's integrated in New Age. They said New Age has distorted teachings, causing problems with light workers. Discernment is key, but trust you must. Without trust, nothing will be done. Today, the client trusted and you trusted us, which helps the healing process. They said it's difficult, we know. We're sorry for the inconvenience we've caused. And then they added, Michael is proud of you, Sharon, meaning Archangel Michael, who I work with. And then I said, thank you. And then they said the client would like to tell you something after the session about him that might give you some guidance. They said he is with you, and know this, he is with all of us. And then I asked, may I ask a question of the Galactic Council, please? And they said, yes, go ahead. You can ask anything you wish. And I explained to them, I said, when I had my first session of quantum healing hypnosis technique, it's QHHT, before I became a practitioner, I said, I didn't get into past lives very much. I said, I got a message from the mantis beings and some other beings. They said, yes. And I said, can you tell me why I got that, please? And they said, the mantis race are your galactic family. They are healers of restructuring the human DNA. It's nothing to be afraid of. My client has had experiences of them as well. It's weird for you, I know this. And then I laughed and I said, yes. I said, I don't know anybody else who has had dealings with the mantis beings. I said, it's very interesting to talk to my client because he had had dealings with them. And I said, yes, it's very interesting to talk to. this particular client, and they laughed and they said, "You see, magic." They said, "Don't worry about this because there is truth which is being distorted about the beings." They said, "Hang on one moment." They said, "I'm being shown a book." And then they said, the custo, and I said, "The custodians." And they said, "Yes, Dolores Cannon. Read that book. It will help you understand the galactic perspective more." So that's a book called The Custodians by Dolores Cannon. I haven't read that book yet, but I have read a lot of Dolores Cannon books, and her work certainly inspired me to do quantum healing hypnosis, so I can recommend her work. So I said, "Thank you." And then I asked for some healing for my client. And they said that the heart chakra was needing repair after interference from draconian technology that was implanted. So when they talk about draconian technology, I believe they're talking about some kind of reptilian artificial intelligence which was implanted. So they said it's heart-based technology that we will need in future. They said learning and listening from the heart, not the mind. And then they said, "Is there anything else that you'd like to ask?" And so I asked for some healing to be sent to the heart chakra of my client, which they did. They then said, "Thank you for facilitating, Sharon. We love you, and we are here if you need galactics. We're working prominently with light workers." And I said, "I can always use your help." I said, "Just send me more people that need healing." They said, "Yes, get those papers ready. People will need you for the times ahead." They said, "This is a huge transition for the collective race now. People are losing their mind, not badly, but just with the attachments and energies going through, and especially with AI. It's hard. They have ramped up in months, and many don't know at all about this attachment coming through their phones, computers, laptops, TVs, and things of that nature. It's very concerning for humanity collective right now. Must remove when possible." They said, "Turn off devices when resting and sleeping, or these entities can commute through them when you're sleeping." They also said alarm clocks are better, not the digital ones, but the analog ones if possible. They said you can get EMF shields. They're expensive, but they work. They said plugs, sockets are good for clearing the house. So I think they're talking about specialist EMF shielding plugs and sockets. Would be good. I then asked for a final message for me. They said, "Thank you, and we love you and wish you well. And if you need any help assisting, call us when you need us. We're there when you need us. Just ask for Galactic Assistance or the RA group. If you need us, we can give you a symbol if you would like." And I said, "Yes, please." They said, "One moment." And they showed me, they described a symbol for me. And they said, "You can use this symbol for invoking the Galactic Council if need be." They said, "Don't worry, you can test this if you need help to use this." They said, "You don't have to use it, but we would suggest in future you may need it for galactics. Presence is getting stronger by the day, as you know. Presence is coming sooner than people realize." I think they're talking about the galactic presence is coming sooner. They said, "Just look and set an intention to connect. Nothing fancy. It will help you with your connection to the mantis beings if need be." They said, "Thank you for being with us and for assisting my client today. We love you and thank you for being here with us. Bye for now." So that was a really lovely message from the Galactic Council, very helpful there, all about grounding and shielding, all about the dangers that we're under from demonic attachments, AI attachments, all of these things that can cause us a lot of harm. If you'd like to know more about attachments and entities and what they do, please visit my website, www.sharonmason.co.uk. I talk a lot on there about what entity attachment is and what it does. And you can also find through my website a quiz on Jotform, which is all about, do I have an entity attachment? And if you answer the questions that the quiz asks, you will find out whether or not it's likely that you have any entity attachments there. Thanks for watching today. If you have any comments, please leave them in the chat below. And I look forward to seeing you in another video. Take care. Bye for now.